Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the Guerrilla Collective reactions here on JoyClicks. My name is Christian Buckley. I'm running it off my computer right now. Joining me is the most fascinated human there is. Fascinated Jack himself, Jack Martin.
No one more fascinated than I. Good to be here, Christian. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Very, very happy to have you here today. You joined me and Kevin yesterday. Unfortunately, Kevin has work this morning, so he cannot make it today. But yesterday's show was pretty good. Did you think so?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I dipped out. I don't know if I dipped out at the end of the Guerrilla Collective, because I know there was sort of an exchange between that and the PC Game Show and then the Future Game Show.
Yeah.
So I don't know when I left, but I thought, yeah, overall, the presentation of the conference was definitely the best part, I think. It just, like, kept going. It kind of reminded me of the PS5 reveal, where there wasn't a lot of breaks. It was just games. Sometimes we got some voices from developers, but overall, I thought the presentation was very slick. I think the biggest sort of surprise announcement that I heard, at least, was the System Shock announcement.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting something on that level, so I was pleasantly surprised with that.
Yeah, the System Shock thing was definitely huge. The event you're speaking to right now was after the fact. It was a, like you said, a bridge still under the banner, but it basically covered some games we knew about already, like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 was there. Got another look at that, as well as a couple. I was all underneath, I think, one publisher. So it was games that we've known about before, but just like some insight into the future of them and their projects. But today I'm curious to see what they have in store. They said, I think, total for the entire weekend they have 90 games, and we got through about 30 of them yesterday, so I guess we'd get another 30 today and probably the final 30 tomorrow morning. But I'll ask you the same question I brought up the other day. Is there a specific like indie game that you're already aware of that you'd want to see an update of today?
Not that I'm aware of. I'll shout out Kevin Diaz's one of his favorite games, Celeste. I think it'd be cool to hear something from that dev with an update on that game, or maybe future plans. I think that game's super interesting, so that'd be cool. But like what I said yesterday, what strikes me about indie games specifically is the specific art style that they choose to go with.
Yes.
That's usually the striking thing that catches me anytime I see an indie game for the first time, and that's what usually hooks me. So that's what I usually look for in these types of events is what games kind of stick out in terms of their visual style. So I'll be looking for that going into this one.
And yesterday there were a handful of games like that. Like Haven was a big one for all three of us. Haven looked awesome. Throughout yesterday at the PC Game Show, and I think at the Future Game Show as well, we got to see a little more of Haven. So I don't know if they necessarily do more updates on games from yesterday, because the PC Gaming Show mostly had their own small batch of indies, as well as updating stuff we saw at the Guerrilla Collective yesterday. But I'm expecting mostly new stuff today. Maybe they lead with another like notable indie studio doing something, you know. I know Team Cherry, who does Hollow Knight, they've sort of had a leniency towards Nintendo events for their projects, so maybe we don't get an update on Hollow Knight Silk Song here, but I wouldn't write it like I don't think it's out of the question. Would be very cool to see an update on that. But yeah, I'm with you. I really love a striking art style. I feel like a lot of the time hand-drawn stuff speaks to me. Looks like
Yeah, totally.
Twitch Gaming is live now with their countdown. That's where we are going to be streaming, or we're watching the reactions if you're trying to sync up at some point. But yeah, the hand-drawn stuff definitely gets me. The Hollow Knights of the world, the Cupheads to an extent, you know, but anything like that catches my eye.
Yeah, totally. And I think it's worth mentioning, I feel like most people know what's gonna happen with this sort of a stream. Like it's mostly focused on the indies that we wouldn't necessarily see at E3 or wouldn't get their time in the sun, as it were. Or if they did, they would be in like a sizzle reel during like an Xbox ID at Xbox like little presentation during E3. So I think it's important to mention like keeping your expectations in check.
Oh, for sure.
And I think for most people that is in check. But if you do that and if you have low expectations, you're only gonna come out of it with, you know, either your expectations being met or having like a better reaction. Because I remember like going into the first day, I was like, oh, you know, we'll see like probably some cool games or whatever. Nothing that's gonna be like, you know, it's not like we're not getting like Batman or anything. Nothing that's gonna like blow us out of the water. And then System Shock and XO1 for me were the games that really blew me away, and I was like, wow, I came out of day one being fairly happy, and I think it's definitely important to sort of manage your expectations with an event like this.
Yeah, I think that's a good little disclaimer to put out there, because I feel like most of the time, at least with us or with anybody who typically enjoys indie games, like there's usually an expectation, you know, because like you're saying, you'll walk away with something to like. So yeah, I think that's fair, and I think it's good to put out there as always, but I am hopeful still, you know, like, because indie games, I feel like, especially recently, have been kind of stepping it up in terms of scope, you know, like it's not just the 2D pixelated games anymore. There's a lot of really rich, really in-depth systems to be found in some indie games, so it's still exciting for sure. Looks like we got about a minute left. Any other major predictions before we kick this thing off?
It's hard to say with a stream like this, because I'm not super familiar with all the devs that are a part of this. So I guess no real predictions from me, but would love another System Shock-esque surprise. And I think it's fair to say that something maybe along those lines might happen today. Considering there's a 2-day event, I'm sure they're gonna like break up sort of the bigger announcements like that on both days. I will say I saw Foo Fighters in Boston once on the second night, and Dave Grohl always says when he does like a 2-night show that the second day is always the best. So according to Dave Grohl, we're up for a good time.
Yeah, and I helped with a couple theater productions in my day, in terms of like at least recording them. But yeah, second day is, at least what the cast and crew usually says, like that's the day. So we'll see.
I like how we both had our individual experiences with the second day.
Co-founder of the Media Indie Exchange, The Mix, and one of the producers behind the Guerrilla Collective, helping to organize the show alongside our developer, publishing colleagues, and our great friends at Kind of Funny. We appreciate everyone's support for the show and tuning in. It is going to be an amazing experience. But we also wanted to put a positive message out into the world during these uncertain times. We are all proud of what we've accomplished thus far with the Guerrilla Collective, as well as the message of being stronger united. But we cannot ignore the tragedies of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and the other black victims of police brutality and racially motivated violence. Last weekend, we put together the Black Voices in Gaming stream with the support of our partners to share a positive message, as well as aid for those affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, through the addition of a charity supported by Tiltify, where you can donate to the streams. During the show, we will remind everyone ways that they can donate through the links below. Thanks for listening, supporting these movements, stay safe, and enjoy the Guerrilla Collective. Peace.
I'm really glad they included that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised PlayStation never said anything along those lines during their conference.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Guerrilla Collective, a 3-day digital festival of game announcements, trailers, and demos streamed straight to you. please welcome your host, Game Awards trending gamer, Greg Miller.
I love that's the introduction.
Welcome to day 2 of the
I know I
Guerrilla
did.
Collective. Yesterday we ran you through more than 30 games, and today, well, we're not giving you a chance to catch your breath. We have ID at Xbox debuts, developer walkthroughs, games giving back, and so much more. In fact, we've gone ahead and bundled up today's titles so you can get a big old rock block of your favorite genres. So without further ado, action adventure fans, here are a bunch of world premieres.
Getting right into it.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite genres for indie games too.
Mm-hmm. That was a great dev logo, I must say.
Yeah, that was solid.
Ace going into the cards.
Getting No Man's Sky vibes.
Yeah, totally.
Somewhere out amongst the stars, there is a world teeming with life and beauty. But this world is dominated by a terrible alien force. The Eternal Cylinder. Where it came from, they only know that it cannot be stopped. But sometimes, it is the smallest, most unassuming of creatures.
Also like Spore too. Did you ever play Spore?
I never played it.
It was strange. It was this. This is Spore. This is exactly what Spore was. Except you started as like an amoeba and then you sprouted legs and...
Mutate.
Yeah, this sounds exactly like what you're describing.
Yeah. Eventually you could end with like... It turned into like a Sim City builder by the end of it all.
Overcome.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird.
But no matter what they do, one fact remains. The Eternal Cylinder cannot be stopped.
Eternal Cylinder. That looks cool.
Yeah, interesting concept.
The narrator sounds like the Planet Earth guy mixed with the guy who plays Odin in Thor. And I've forgotten both of their names.
Anthony Hopkins is one of them.
Yeah.
PS4, Xbox One, Epic Games.
Mm-hmm.
Love an oversized sword.
Oh, gotta. You ever
Always
play
great.
Transistor?
I haven't.
That game's awesome. That might be a... You might have that on PS Plus.
I might. I think I might have claimed that.
That game's excellent.
Hey everyone, I'm One Hasmir, game director at Metronomic. I'm very excited to be part of the Guerrilla Collective today to show you our new rhythm-infused action-adventure game, No Straight Roads.
Is it buffering on your end too, or is that just me?
No, it's buffering for
Oh.
me. Back on the last trailer.
Wow, yeah. We're really back.
Everyone gets technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah. Poor Guerrilla Collective, though.
Yeah.
That's like the last company I want, or last stream I want to have difficulties.
Yeah, that is rough.
Hey everyone, I'm One Hasmir, game director at Metronomic. I'm very excited to be part of the Guerrilla Collective today to show you our new rhythm-infused action-adventure game,
Oh god.
EDM Empire.
Oh no, I got an ad.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm on a we'll be right back screen.
Oh jeez. All right. Well, let's mess with some settings. Maybe get this a little more. Oh. The Twitch stream died for me. on Twitch Gaming at least.
Yeah, I'm on Guerrilla Collective, and it's... Oh, I think it just got back on.
Yeah.
You'll get to meet a
Freezing though.
Yeah.
Well,
cast of characters as you explore.
I'm down again. Yeah, we are currently offline on the stream.
Oh boy. Oh, poor Guerrilla Collective.
I know. A kind of funny production.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're the garbage truck on fires.
Yeah. I'm gonna use this opportunity to check on our own stream's health for
Sure.
performance.
How do you defeat something that
Keeps coming on and off again.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting.
Me too.
isn't real?
Yeah, off again.
Head and shoulder stops flakes for 72 hours. That's enough time
They
to
should
log roll
they should really
and
take like 5 minutes. Just do a reset. I
Yeah.
think that's probably the right path here.
You think this is streaming from Kind of Funny?
I don't know. I really don't know where it would be from.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, skateboarding game.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
and
such a tease, dude.
now it's gone.
Oh, man.
So I'm checking our stream. I don't know if we're having tech problems or if it's just this. Like, it's just hard to tell right now. Hold on.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I don't think we'd both be having issues. I think this might be...
Mm-hmm.
Because all three of us had issues last time.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Hmm. Is this the what is this that's happening right now? Is this still skateboarding?
Yeah, it's like just like on
Gordon
and off
Hayward
again though.
shows his opponents
Yeah,
no
they're back
mercy.
offline. From what I
No,
saw, from
seriously,
like the
he's,
2
like,
seconds I saw,
ridiculously competitive,
looked cool.
which is
Yeah.
why
They showed Skater XL the other day, also after you left. I forget what event that was at, but
Ooh.
that was another skateboarding game that came out as sort of a resurgence to everything.
Yeah, that was basically a spiritual successor to Skate, since EA is just not making Skate 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they keep going down. Oh my goodness.
This is unfortunate.
This is very rough.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna take away that until they get it settled, so we can just have a nice chat.
Sure.
I played any games recently?
I have played some games recently. I recently finished God of War for the second time.
Nice.
Great game, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those games where it's such a big, long game that the burn is really slow on that game for me, because it took me probably like 2 weeks to beat that game this time.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I played it, I was like finishing a semester in college, and it probably took me like upwards of a month to beat, just because it was like it's like pretty much an open world game, so it's like at your own pace sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a while, and the burn was a little slow for me, but excellent game. I'm going around on Niflheim right now, kind of just messing around, listening to podcasts. So yeah, really enjoying it. Definitely want to get back into Horizon, because I also only beat that once, so I want to go through that again.
Yeah, Horizon is one that I've been thinking about going back to for sure, because I never played the DLC for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that game. I really enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn. It's probably my favorite Guerrilla game.
Oh yeah, totally.
Out of all the other kill zones. But Yeah, Horizon's one that I think it's on sale right now, and I sold my copy of it to a buddy, so I might just buy the PSN like complete version that has the DLC and run through that whole thing again, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm still chipping away at Days Gone, and honestly, Jack, I'm gonna be 100% honest right now. I like Days Gone a lot, right? I'm enjoying Days Gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish Days Gone. I'm gonna see it through to the end. But it's an open world game, and I'm thinking about going into Horizon next again. I don't know if I'm getting Ghost of Tsushima.
Whoa. That's huge, Christian.
I know.
That is a lot of open world overload.
Yeah, and like, because I had that problem when I tried Days Gone for the first time because I came off of Death Stranding. But now I'm loving Days Gone so much. And obviously I love Horizon. But like, with Days Gone at least, it's like a fun, very good performances, but like a B movie tone with a cool concept and a good mystery that's stringing me along the whole time. And Horizon, obviously, even though I played it before and there's new content in there, it's so much fun to play, and just that world is great to exist in. But with Ghost, I'm struggling to grasp the thing there that's just not like, this is just a really pretty game that plays all right. And I don't know if I need that right now.
That is a wait and see sort of game. I'm in for sure, just because the setting and the pedigree of the publisher or the developer. But yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that.
Yeah, because
sorry.
I was gonna say I was thinking about that too. I love Sucker Punch, but like, Second Son is just all right to me.
Yeah,
it's the weakest Infamous game, and that's the last thing they did.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's like, I really like Second Son, but you're right. It is probably the worst Infamous, which isn't saying much because those games are great.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just like a okay to good sort of Infamous experience. Now, Christian, Greg Miller tweeted something or added something to his Instagram recently about The Last of Us Part 2. No spoilers. Apparently, he's platinumed the game.
Yeah, so I've heard it's a pretty alright platinum.
This is huge. As someone who's platinumed The Last of Us twice, that trophy list is disgustingly awful.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. So, big news.
I wanted to platinum every Naughty Dog game available on the PS4, including like Crash Bandicoot and the Jack games, because I have the platinums for Crash 1 and 2, Jack 1 and 2, and Uncharted Trilogy, but that's it. So the outstanding ones are Crash Warped, Jack 3, Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy if it has a platinum, and then Last of Us Remastered. So
Lost Legacy does have a platinum.
Cool. So I've done like half of them. But yeah, the Uncharted 4 one seems, especially after how real coasty and cozy those Uncharted Trilogy platinums are, the one for Uncharted 4 just seems like ugh. And
yeah, I gotta be honest, there's not enough hate for that platinum because it requires a speed run.
Yeah, which
for a trophy, which is not fun.
Yeah, because I'd have to probably play it twice again because I need to do a speed run and I need to do crushing, and I can't do the speed run and crushing the same one. I feel like that's impossible.
No, you have to do that on the easiest difficulty. And there's one, it's easier than, you could do this one on your crushing playthrough, but there's one where you need, I think, 70% accuracy. But there's an accessibility setting that is auto lock, so you'll easily get that. But it is sort of something to be aware of.
Nice. Just as a brief update. For those joining live, Guerrilla Collective crashed, so we'll see what's gonna happen with them coming back. The stream looks like it's back up again for me. I don't know if your end also looks the same. I got an ad right now.
I'm refreshing. It says offline. Are you on the Guerrilla Collective Twitch, or are you somewhere else?
I'm on the Twitch gaming stream.
Okay.
So the Twitch channel called Twitch Gaming.
Yep.
I'll check on the Guerrilla Collective's Twitter to see if they got any update. It does not look like they have tweeted anything.
I also have an ad.
Okay. I got Skate Story, apparently. We got a title on something right now. So let me bring the stream back up. This looks like a nightmare. Are you seeing a game right now?
Okay, yeah. I'm back up. I see a cat.
Cat with a hoverboard, it looks like.
Interesting.
Oh
Some
my
more skating.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes.
This is a great game to come back to.
I'm into this.
Some more dubstep.
Not gonna stop. It's just gonna be every day.
Are you a dubstep guy?
No, I'm not. I never was. Are you?
Me either. Big time no. Gory, cuddly carnage. Huge
Nice.
fan.
I'm Dave Goldfarb.
I heard Goldfarb and that just set me off.
And yeah, I make games occasionally.
This has been show. Oh, hey.
This is
Oh,
Troy.
hello.
Troy is a legendary actor of video game.
I think, okay, so yesterday when we saw this for like the third time, I think Kevin said it sounded like Troy Baker.
Metal Hellsinger.
So it sounds like he was right on that.
Yeah. Well done, Kev.
The game is about this character playing the unknown, her journey to overturn the rulership of hell. She has a number of tools to do that, and one of the main ones is the character that Troy plays, we're calling Paz, who is also sort of a
This looks
weapon.
cool.
This
Yeah.
skull that sort of has
This is
thing,
the rhythm one, right? It's like you play Doom to a beat, kind of.
Yes. Yep, I believe so.
It's a cool concept.
in addition to being
Yeah, I do like that.
this weapon is also this sort of narrator of the story.
I like when rhythm is involved in genres aside from just like Guitar Hero and Rock
The
Band.
whole thing
Mhm.
with this game is that doing
I think that's cool.
actions on beat
Yeah.
is rewarding in some fashion. It can increase your score for one thing, but it also does stuff like build up your ultimate. Also, this is a weird thing, but when you're like kind of maximum performance, when your multiplier or the tier is at its highest, that's when the music builds and builds in terms of like aggression.
You got a buffer right now, or is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fullness, because these are
Oh man.
basically layered tracks, so the vocals kick.
Oh, I
Did
got
they just
fade
shut
to
it down?
black.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well.
From what he was describing though, that sounds really interesting. How like your actions build the music over time. That's
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah. It's definitely a. Oh, looks like they're resetting everything.
Justin Woodward, co-founder of the Media Indie Exchange, The Mix, and one of the producers behind the Guerrilla Collective, helping to organize the show.
I think they're
alongside
restarting
our
the whole thing.
developer,
Yeah,
publishing
that's what it looks
colleagues,
like.
And our great friends at Kind of Funny. We appreciate everyone's support for the show.
Very
and
unfortunate.
tuning in. It is going to
Yeah,
be
it really
an
is.
amazing
I feel bad for them.
experience. But we also wanted to put a positive message out into the world during these uncertain times. We are all proud of what we've accomplished thus far with the Guerrilla Collective, as well as the message of being stronger united. But we cannot ignore the tragedies of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and the other black victims of police brutality and racially motivated violence. Last weekend, we put together the Black Voices in Gaming stream with the support of our partners to share a positive message, as well as aid for those affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. through the addition of a charity supported
Is that
by
a
Tilt
Nintendo hat behind
where
your
you
shoulder, Christian?
can donate
It
to the
is,
stream.
yes.
That's
During
cool.
the show,
I like
we
that.
will
So,
remind
you want to hear a funny
everyone
story about that,
ways they can
Jack?
donate through the
Yeah,
links
let's hear it.
below.
So I
Thanks
went
for
to
listening,
New York
supporting
last
these
summer because my girlfriend got a job there, and
movements,
I was
stay
visiting
safe, and enjoy the Guerrilla
for a week.
Collective.
And
Peace.
I was like, hey, would love to go to the Nintendo store. Big Nintendo guy. Would love to see it. Because they got all these statues of their characters and stuff. And I wanted to walk away with something. And it was a hoodie or it was the hat. The hat was cheaper. And I was like, let's just get the hat. And then when I got back to campus, one day I was walking to work. And I wore the hat, and I feel like I was getting looks, and then I took it off, and I was at work. I was looking at it. I was like, "It's a red hat with white writing. From far away, it looks like a MAGA hat, doesn't it?"
Oh God, yeah, dude.
I have not worn it in public since then.
Dude, red hats are canceled.
I know. I should have. Maroon, fine. Red,
yeah.
Action adventure fans.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks. That's a good point, dude. You really can't. Yeah, you can't wear red hats anymore. I do the same thing. If I'm like looking at someone from behind, I'm like, "What is that?" And it's like, "Oh, okay, that's a Titleist hat."
Yeah.
Christian, I've also been to the Nintendo store in New York, and I really wish, thinking now that you just said it, I wish we had done my first Mon a year earlier. Because I would have walked out with a Squirtle, no doubt.
Yeah.
Next time.
Funny you bring that up though, because on the recent episode of Gamescast, in the comments, I got somebody asking about my first Mon.
Ooh.
They're like,
Season 2?
Yeah, maybe. They're like, hey,
could be done.
Are you guys gonna do a second gen season? I was like, hey, we bring it up sometimes. It's not out of the question.
I'm certainly not very busy.
Yeah, same. It does look like I don't know what's going on right now with our end because I have our stream pulled up, right?
Yeah.
And the Guerrilla Collective, like, it's a wee bit choppy. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I got it okay
audio's
on my
fine.
end.
Huh?
Yeah. My end's fine.
Okay.
We'll see how that nets out.
I'm not sure if this is like a me thing with the issues we're having. I did 2 people reactions before, me and Kevin, and it worked fine, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me let me try doing something real quick.
Okay.
While we're catching up to them. Oh, hold on. My warning is gone. So maybe it works.
Okay. Just got through Eternal Cylinder again.
Okay. This looks better. But I'm freezing again. The Gorilla stream's buffering.
I think it's okay on my end.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back again, but
okay.
We're freezing occasionally.
Are you on like the side scroller big sword game?
Yes.
Okay. Did I hear this right? Was this showcase edited together by Roger Picorni from the KF community?
Might have missed that, but that's awesome if it is. True.
I think it might be. I could totally be wrong. That might have been about something else, but shout out to him if that is the case.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We're looking smooth now. I think everything's ironed out, so I hope
the
GC side just keeps on trucking.
Sure. Alright, this is where we encountered some issues, so we'll see.
So I was gonna actually say about this one. It looks like and it sounds like
Alright, welcome to
it's a rhythm game, kinda.
Media and Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Mayday and Zook are part of an indie rock
Dude, this
band
gameplay
called
looks like Sunset Overdrive.
Use the power of rock
Just the way
to
that the characters are running.
That's a good call.
EDM empire.
Never played that, but I
who has
wanted
banned
to.
rock From all forms of
Oh,
performances
it's
in
excellent.
the
I hope
Each
that will get a
district
PS4
is
release.
by different NSR artists, from a globe spinning DJ,
Looks like they just used a triangle button.
and a piano playing child prodigy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you meant
They use the
Sunset,
power of
sorry.
music to interact with objects in the
Yeah,
environment
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Gotcha.
For example, playing your guitar here will open the door to access a new area. We are excited to see how you will use your music to interact with various items in the game.
Very colorful world.
For sure.
Right, so we are on our way to the next concert. You'll get to meet a cast of characters as you explore Vinyl City, so be sure to talk to them all. Okay, it's time
I like
to
the
head
personality
inside
of the world.
and meet Sayu.
Yeah, definitely.
She looks cute. Hey, come back here.
Sayu is a digital idol who visualizes herself as a mermaid. And while she looks friendly, she doesn't take kindly to Mayday.
You know what the running reminds me of too?
Concert.
Kingdom Hearts.
All of the
Especially
yeah.
with
in
the
No Straight Roads are
guitar
quite different.
carrying it that way
You
looks
have
like the
to work out
Keyblade.
how to overthrow
Right.
each main boss. But in the case of Sayu, how do you defeat something that isn't real? That's just a small flavor of No Straight Roads. We can't wait for you to see more of it very soon and bring rock home when the game launches on Nintendo Switch,
Hitting all them plats.
PS4, Xbox One, and PC this summer.
With the power of rock, the music revolution starts right now.
Exclusive.
I think this is it. Yeah, here we go.
There we go. See, this is more appealing to me than Skater XL.
This is definitely more of a... This is so interesting. This is like an arcadey sort of... Mixed with, like, the environments are sort of arcadey. And the controls look like... It's more, like a sim. Has a lower angle of skate. Which I appreciate. And it looks like you're using your the analogs to flick. Oh yeah, this is the exact control scheme for Skate.
I mean, if it works, you know.
Yeah, totally. I love it. Oh, that's interesting. They're using the triggers and the bumpers to maneuver placement of your feet.
Huh.
I like that. It's definitely some added complexity.
Yeah, that's pretty unique. I don't think I can think of another type of like skater game that takes that route.
No, yeah. The environments are really what's doing it for me in this.
Yeah, I like the character model too, honestly.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool. Big fan. And the music was pretty cool too. Appreciated that. Here we go. Oh, Christian, the old person simulator we saw yesterday.
Yes.
Made by the developers of Goat Simulator.
Okay.
Which I got the vibes of that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that was actually same devs.
makes sense.
Totally. This looks absolutely wild.
Kind of with the movement of the character on the board and everything, it kind of reminds me of the hoverboarding in Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm Dave Goldfarb. I'm creative director of The Outsiders, and yeah, I make games occasionally.
Damn straight you do.
This is Troy Baker. Troy is a legendary actor of video game and film and TV. What you're about to see here is an exclusive peek of some pre-alpha gameplay of our upcoming game, Metal Hell. At its highest. That's when the music builds and builds in terms
I love
of
the music. It's so cool.
And,
I love that idea.
Because these are
Absolutely
basically layered tracks. So the vocals kick in.
I wish more games mix genres like that.
Totally.
But I remember when you first talked to me about it, you're like, so we're going to have this mechanic where we're using music. And I was like, oh, cool. And I didn't understand at first what you meant by that. And it wasn't until I actually saw the gameplay. And I almost said, like, dude, that's kind of cool how it actually matches up to where it's like in time. And you're like, yeah, that's the whole point of the game. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Just wake up.
There's a certain rhythm to the way that we play anyway, so leaning into that and creating a mechanic around that, to me, was like...
The rhythm of play is an interesting thing to do, too, because Kevin has talked about that in some reviews he's done in the past, like,
when they go, we're gonna
Doom specifically, when he's talked about it on the podcast, but, like, Dead Cells also, kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's a really good point. I think your brain kind of subconsciously goes along with what you're hearing, especially with music, so that's super interesting.
To do something. Because I was playing, I think I was, I don't remember
the rhythm
what I was
that
playing, but something listening to Meshuggah, killing stuff.
And I feel like it's tough to convey when you're not talking about it too, like this, because
yeah, you've got
with
this cool twist
with editing, like on my end of it at least, one of the easiest things to do when you're editing a trailer to make it hype is like cut to beats, you know, like
oh yeah,
have a nice like strong beat going and then like just make your cuts on that, so like you don't notice it, but it just makes it feel cool.
The mechanic thing came first, and you kind of
so having the gameplay edited to the music like that,
feels like
we've seen trailers do that in the past, so like
it makes sense.
This being this game's thing, I'm glad they take the time out to be like, hey, no, this is the point of it.
Yeah, this is incredibly unique. Gameplay looks very, very Doom-esque, but I think the music is really what sets us apart, and this is super interesting.
Yeah.
Right. So this, to me, was like, oh, I understand this is who she is, and this is why also.
It's cool to see Troy doing smaller stuff. Because obviously he's Joel and Uncharted and Bruce Banner and you know all that, but it's cool to see him doing some smaller stuff.
I want to see him be villains more.
Like, I knew that I wanted to do that.
Yeah, he really exceeds in that sort of a role.
I know
he did an excellent Joker.
Yeah, I know you're a little hesitant on Death Stranding, but I think it's worth it alone just to see him play that villain, because Cole
kind of still
does an amazing job.
First draft that stuck, or
actually, no, it's in that game.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, Death Stranding's like $23 right now.
Kind of worth
it.
That's it.
Kind of worth it.
And then everything else
I am considering.
Worked after that. The time between.
But also at the same point, I'm in this void of. Do I really want to get a game right now when The Last of Us 2 is like less than a week away?
True, yeah, I feel that.
To me, maybe that's not just like, oh, I just had this idea.
Also, I do think with the buffering and everything, you may be a little ahead of me. So let me know when you get to the next game, because I think I'm still behind a bit.
Okay, he just picked up some dual wielding pistols.
Almost as a vision. But it's actually
still on the shotgun.
The years that
okay.
you have spent
suffering and failing,
developing and understanding and world building.
Just got the dualies.
I think I'm probably like 20, 30
like
seconds ahead of you.
Okay. Music wound up happening, like in being this.
So maybe when they transition to the next game, pause, and then I'll let you know when the
vocals come in.
I catch up to you.
Stuff that actually
okay.
just to sync on the fly.
That was
Because
Sure.
this is a
we could get to work.
feels like our very own kind of funny production right now.
The artists.
Well, I will say I think most of the issues today are not on our end.
Oh no,
It's just stuff that we didn't think we'd be able to.
I got us ironed out, so our choppiness is settled right now.
Cool.
Had to refresh the stream, but we're
I
good.
don't know how quickly you assembled this team, but now you've got all of this that's kind of coming together to a thing. You actually can now pick up a controller and now play. Like seeing it become tangible has got to feel great.
It is, but I've just been working on this thing for 10 months or so, I think.
I will say I think this is a little long in the
idea
tooth.
was just something
Yeah.
in the back of my head while I was working on
but
Darkboard. You know,
overall, I think this is
Darkboard
good.
Didn't work
Yeah.
out, and then I was in this place where it was like.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did we not see this at the Guerrilla Collective yesterday?
I think here.
I don't know if we
Give it a
we saw the
shot.
game. I don't know if we saw the
Right,
this
right.
Team was
demo.
really good.
Yeah.
Basically, they made the
'Cause
best
this
program I've ever
is-
seen.
this is Haven,
2
right?
or 3
No,
months.
this is
It was really clear
Metal
something was
Hellsinger,
something
I
there.
think.
And I think
Okay,
everybody
okay.
just kind of placed their bets that we would be able to figure it out because it's new. Like nobody had ever made anything like this. Of any
I'm not a
else
metal guy, but
before we knew how to make
like
shooters, so
that's
kind
really
of
the only genre you can put
sure
in
the
this type of a
shooting was
game.
good.
I feel like you could do some really cool, like Daft Punk Tron stuff too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
that'd be also another genre you could lean into with that. But
That's a good point.
there was a game yesterday at the Future Game Show called Get to the Orange Door, which looked like if you cranked Tron up to 11 in terms of the style
Oh,
and
yeah.
neon. It looked pretty cool.
that's cool.
So the Red Judge, what can be said? Well, I mean, I don't want to give anything away. However, she's the primary antagonist, the immovable wall to the unknown's unstoppable force, if you will.
Hey.
Yeah.
Joseph Campbell is just applauding you.
Yeah,
right
he's exactly. Oh, don't. Anyway, so
We have seen a lot of this
bad
game the
news.
past week, though.
she-
Kind of surprising,
she and
because
the
this was at
unknown
IGN on the
have
first
speed
day.
is-
This was
It's unknown.
in multiple places yesterday.
But, she's the primary enemy.
This seems like it'd be a really
and,
cool PAX game.
features prominently.
Yeah, I feel like
People would be talking about this game at PAX.
yeah,
So
I definitely think it probably plays a lot more. Like you probably get into a trance, and then it's like, oh, that was 2 hours.
Jen Hale, you know.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I can totally
for
see this
all
game
fans of
whizzing
Mass
by.
Effect, and this is, by the way, not hating on male chef, but femme chef is the way that I
Yeah,
play Mass
she
Effect.
no, for me too.
Right? It was
Like
such a
without
new
the
and fresh inside of that
without the
genre.
music, you would think
And
that
just
this
her
game is just
performance was like,
mindless,
man,
but
I-
I feel like
I
once
this
you
is
put a
the
headset on,
hero.
you're just
And
in
so
it,
hear her
and like
play
you're really
just
thinking about your actions.
hear her
Yeah.
play a
Mark Cerny's
an
swag.
antagonist, like you said, that the immovable force is like, yes. The nerd in me was like, yay.
Yeah, no, it's good. And you know, she's really funny, but she does all these like voices and stuff on the.
Are they talking about Jennifer Hale?
They are, yeah.
I would
Okay,
never
that's cool.
guessed it was
Got
Jen
some
Hale. She- I mean,
big
she's
voice
the
actors
character
on this.
voices
That's
to
the
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would do the cutest characters, and I was like, what?
Do you think it's like indie film where you put most of your budget into trying to get a name?
I should have asked her to do creature.
Seems like it.
I would have called her up and
"Thanks,
be like,
Baker."
"So about these creature sounds that Troy's been talking about."
I always forget. Have you played Mass Effect or no?
I've only played the third Mass Effect.
Okay, I haven't
Which
heard many
is-
people go that route with it.
Yeah, it's just one of those games where, like, at the point when Mass Effect 3 was coming out, like, the hype for that game was so unreal, and I was just like, I guess I'll jump in. Really stupid, in retrospect, but I really enjoyed the game. I was lost in the story because I just, like, obviously didn't know what was going on since I didn't play the previous two.
Yeah.
But
This
well,
game
I had an
is
okay
the
idea,
way
but
I've
you
just
know,
been constantly
I would have enjoyed it more if I
excited,
played the
to not only
first
be a
two.
part
But
of this game,
hopefully,
for the date when I can actually finally sit down
I think on Thursday at EA Play we get maybe a
When
reveal
is
of
that?
the
Oh, wait, I-
remaster, and I'm 100% in on that thing.
It's gonna be 2021.
Yeah, I can't wait. I
at
hope.
some point.
I hope. I hope.
Get us
Hope I
out
get
of
to
this
play those
year
again.
and let us celebrate this game.
I was
Seriously,
waiting for that.
let's just anything
when
to get out of this year. So yes,
what's
when
his
we
name? The
exit
dude with
this
the
year,
questionable
you're-
tattoos
You're present.
was like, I don't know if we're ever gonna do that.
Vaccine.
And I'm like,
Oh,
and
right.
this thing was felt like hotcakes.
So
That would be a hell of a collector's edition.
I say
right?
questionable
Obviously,
tattoos,
like,
meaning if they're real or not, not if he has
Gotcha.
bad things on his. This is the dude who had GTA supposedly tattooed on his bicep.
Oh yeah. Okay. I know. Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'm sitting at the Outsiders right now.
Okay. I'll let you know when I get there.
I just got like dates and stuff.
Still seeing this demon-looking thing.
Okay.
The Outsiders.
Okay.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith.
Whoa, I'm on
This
Kevin
goes
Smith
out
now.
to all you video gamers and video
What?
game fans and video game developers and video game makers and video game enthusiasts.
Dude, he has lost
and
a
video
ton of
game
weight. Good for him.
Poobahs and video game curious people out there, man. Thank you so much, number one, for supporting my game, Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl. I'm here to talk about 2D games, kids.
I forgot that he
two-dimensional
did
games.
this.
They got the one-dimensional person to talk about.
I didn't even know he did this.
Two-dimensional games. I grew up on 2D games. I'm an Atari 2600 kid. Played a lot of Pitfall. I love my side scrollers and whatnot. Once we entered the age of the 3 dimensions or the FPS, like that was too big for me. It was like taking acid and seeing the universe. Way too big.
Do you
for
think
me.
Greg
I was
reached out
cool
to him?
Side scroller. but
Probably.
people stopped making that. Lo and behold, they didn't, because in the indie game community, they're still making
So I
side
think
scrollers, just like in Terrabank.
at
made
one
our
of
James
the
Silent Bob Mall Brawl and stuff like
kind
that.
of funny
I
showcases,
salute, I
they
support
showed his game,
the
I think.
indie game developers
Mhm,
out there.
pretty sure.
Thank you for everyone who's still supporting games and whatnot. And let's be honest, that's everybody, particularly at this time and whatnot. I'm here to drop a bunch of 2D titles on you. And while I'm here,
I love the
we're
way
also
Kevin
gonna
Smith
drop
talks.
a trailer on you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to show you the trailer for our forthcoming video game, Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt.
I've been watching along with
Punch.
Kind of
That's
Funny's
right, man.
Kevin Smith
This
interview.
game is beautiful.
Ooh, nice.
People haven't seen what this looks like. It doesn't
A lot of them
have
don't hold
the
up.
charming
I
8-bit
bet.
appearance
A lot of them
we
don't.
have with Mall Brawl. This game the boys been working on really, really long and hard.
Did you like Tusk?
So thanks for being
Never
here,
saw it.
Watching. Thanks
Yeah,
for being
that wasn't
indie game
that wasn't
developers
a
and indie game
View
fans,
Askew
game developers,
No,
movie,
and
right?
game fans. Thank you for.
I don't
making
think it's
creative
involved with
things.
those.
It's a
But
creative
he-
choice. Two paths in this world.
It's more in
Destruction
line with
and creation.
Krampus.
All
He did that too,
choosing
right?
Creation. Even
Yeah.
though we play games about
Or what he
destruction.
did?
Without further
Was it
ado,
Red? It
here's
was
a
called
game
Red.
about destruction. Jay and Silent Bob.
I don't know.
Chronic
He did
Blunt.
some movie with John Malkovich and I think Helen Mirren.
Oh, yeah, yep. Bruce Willis was
I
in
want
that
to
too.
say, yeah, I want to say I saw that in theaters, but I don't remember that at all.
Pretty sure they made a sequel to that.
Mm-hmm.
I like this art style so far.
Yeah, this is cool.
Ooh.
That's funny. Appreciate this.
At what point this summer do we get the reveal that the Scott Pilgrim game is coming back?
Ooh, that's a Ubisoft thing, right?
Yeah.
I can totally see that happening. Ubisoft did they reacted to the creator of Scott Pilgrim, right, on
Yeah,
Twitter?
Brian Lee O'Malley added them, and they did like the thinking emoji.
Follow my the creatures of darkness.
I think the Ubisoft event is in July, so maybe around then.
Cool. How do you feel about essentially, this is the spiritual successor to E3, just this whole summer. How do you feel about everything being spaced apart?
I think next year we just gotta pick a month. You know, like you can't spread it out through like June to August. It's gotta be 1 month.
Hi, Chris from the 30X.
That's a good point. I like everything having its time to shine.
Yeah.
But yeah, being spread out is.
Ace is back with some new tricks.
I guess selfishly, I'm like, I kind of want everything close together.
I mean, it's confusing. It is confusing.
It is. Yeah.
And then when there's elements like this or the Future Games Show, it's like, okay,
For example,
who's there,
here, Ace can launch himself
how
on
important is this,
explode
is it
to
new
give him a
games,
jump
is it
boost.
updates on
While he's
games,
airborne,
what do I
he
need to
can't be
watch,
hurt
what
by
can I
any touch
skip?
damage, so you can always find his
You know, because even at E3, this stuff I skip.
Stage objects.
Oh
So
yeah,
he's gonna sit
absolutely.
here. Ace has
It
a
feels like there's a
flaming
pressure to
gun
watch
in
everything
midair
now.
for a little bit of extra height. And his
I
right
think
hand lets him
think
call
you and I
down
were
the
having
above
this
and
discussion
shoot it right back out.
off air, but I think a lot of it now this summer is a lot of people
Unlike Nina's
scrambling to
energy,
put
Ace's
their
style
branding
recharges
on
quickly,
announcements.
So you don't really have to worry about conserving energy.
Which is fine, like I get that. Like IGN and like GameSpot
Ace's
and
new
all those
systems
sort of
have been
companies
a
are like,
ton
well,
of
let's
fun
try
to
and
build.
they got
get people to watch
connections,
stuff.
As I've been
They,
designing.
yeah, they totally do.
more
And not to
info,
say
check
that
out the
what they're
Discord, the Steam
revealing
page, info
isn't
in the
worthy,
info.
but
Thank
you
you so
know,
much for watching.
it is
Stay
it is
healthy,
an
stay
attempt
safe,
to
and
get
play
some
video
sort
games.
of branding involved with the announcements that are being made.
Did you ever play 20XX?
Was that what we just saw?
That was 30XX.
Exclusive.
But was a big homage to Mega Man.
I'm so terrible at side-scrolling games, dude. I'm just so awful, which is unfortunate because a lot of games there's a lot of quality games in that sort of style. But something about it, like I never grew up with that. I think that's what it was.
Sure.
Like I played Ori for maybe halfway through, and I was just getting my teeth kicked in. Same with Hollow Knight. Couldn't do it, unfortunately. I beat Celeste though.
Nice.
That looked like Cool Greg. This dude right here.
I'm catching up. My name is Evan. Is that where you're on right now? Okay.
I'm a little ahead.
Okay.
But the gentleman speaking looks like Cool Greg.
I see it.
I'm buffering now? I don't know if that's on my end or not.
Well, we will see in a moment. Really like the depth here, though.
Yeah, I like what's going on with the art style.
A lot of foreground and background stuff. Appreciate it. Makes it feel more alive.
I'm gonna pause.
Okay.
I'm on Modern Wolf Presents.
Gotcha.
Cool.
One of those characters looked like the Bloodborne outfit.
In this game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. I
With the
totally
hat?
get that. Yep. Totally. Man, that's a game I should probably go back to.
You should.
I hear people get that platinum.
I'm trying to go for it. I got like a couple more trophies left. And they're just
Cool.
bosses.
Currently sitting at 96 platinums. Going for the 100.
Do you have anything special for the 100th? I know you mentioned trying to get Last of Us maybe, but...
Yep, I'm gonna hold off on that one for the 100th.
Nice. You platinum Ratchet?
I did. It's good platinum. I think it's I think you have to play through it twice.
Yeah, I gotta go back
From
to
my
it.
recollection. Curious what Ghost Trophyless is gonna look like.
Yeah, I mean, I bet the Second Son one wasn't bad, so I bet it's probably around what that was, a lot of the collectibles.
Yeah.
Clear
I can
the
see
map.
it being similar to Horizon.
Sure, yeah. This seems like if you combined 10 different arcade games, you know?
Yeah, I could see that.
It's kind of like a shoot 'em up. It's kind of like a driving game. Kind of like one of those top-down plane shooters.
Speed limit looked awesome. Anyway, let's go from that.
I think I'm a little ahead. I'm gonna pause when it says Rebellion.
Something a bit more subdued, a thinking person's pair of genres, if
Greg
you
Miller
will.
just spoke.
Yes, I'm talking about plotting your move based on your opponents and trying to romance a character through your wit and determination. Let's look at some strategy games and RPGs.
Exclusive.
Welcome to your island resort. A
Rebellion.
perfect
We saw,
getaway
yeah,
to
we saw this at the
while
PC
away
game
the
show
hours
yesterday.
Without a care in the... Oh, wait. No. This is Evil Genius 2. And
Jack, what if I
this
told
is a
you
mere
that
cover
I played a
for
Rebellion game
nefarious
this year?
World domination. Now, before
And
we
it was
head
trash.
to Rebellion's underground
Was it?
HQ for
And
a
it was a
few
PS1 game, to be
villainous
fair.
announcements, let's go
Oh.
tour of the world's first
This was-
gameplay trailer that
I know
was
what you're
unleashed
talking about.
yesterday
They
with
did
lead
The Mummy.
designer Rich Edwards.
Yeah.
This is Evil Genius 2. It
Because
is
when they showed this
Rebellion's
yesterday
premier
and I
world
saw
domination
Rebellion, I was like,
simulator.
Kevin, I know
We're
that logo.
inviting you to build
Why do
your
I know
very
that
own
logo?
evil
And it's
lair
because I
in Island
stared at it
Worlds.
for like
The lair is made up
15
of
minutes during a
limited
Mummy
kinds of
stream,
beings
just
from
trying to
the
figure
inner
out
sector
why
of Genius
and who was
will be
responsible.
plotting their next move
That's incredible.
to the barracks
Now,
where
did you
they
play
use
it
rest and regain
on your
strength for the
PS1
next
Classic?
assault. And
I
the
used an
boss
emulator
featuring
for
bad
it
science
because
Oh, cool.
I don't have a PS1
So,
to
who are
play
these
discs
guys?
off
Are
of,
we
but I've
in
had that
control of
disc
this
in my house
They're
for
your
like a decade,
workforce.
so
They're
I
the
was
people
like,
who obey
Wow.
you
might as well
every
play
moment.
it.
You tell them what
Dude,
you
I
want
never
them
owned
to do,
a
they will do it.
PS1.
So if you want a new room in your
Worth
lair,
it.
you tell them
But I kinda
where it
wanted
should
one.
be, what size, what
We
it
have
should
one in the
look like,
house.
the things it should have in it.
That's
and
cool.
They will go and do
It
it
looked
for
like
you.
the
We're using something we call
the boxy
Shoot
one,
Them, You
like
Idiots
what the
paradigm.
model they used
We
for the
use
classic.
Genius are focused on the big
Oh, cool.
picture
So the
stuff,
nostalgia
and your
factor
minions
there
worry
is
about
big.
the details.
Yeah,
I like
totally.
the idea of having minions, but why are they so essential here?
Well, the genius isn't going to do everything themselves.
I remember
They
when
need
when we were
people
growing
to
up, we were at the
For
cusp where
example, it's
people
very rare
had
to
still
see
had the
genius
PS1
get so
and like were
hands-on with their
transitioning to the
plans, and
PS2.
instead rely on a
Yeah.
vast network of
My sister is 8 years older than me.
For fans of the original
So
game, do we have any
there's a
new
PS1 in the
types of
house
minions?
since
There's a few remixes
since
in
I could
there that I'm
remember.
sure Eagle Eye fans will spot if they watch the trailer closely.
So
There's a
PlayStation was
whole bunch of
always
minions that we are actually
the
bringing back
console
from the original.
that we had from the beginning, you know. And
Same.
I was the one who kind of brought
So
Nintendo into the house as a
henchmen
kid.
seem a bit more important.
Nice.
Who have we got
Man, I
here?
wish I got some Nintendo back in the day.
They serve you directly. So whilst a minion will go
First
Definitely
console was
missed
the
that.
GameCube. Love it.
a henchman you
Ooh,
can reach
nice.
in and give them specific orders.
Them little
Go
discs?
and kill that agent. Go and interrogate this person. You can also utilize this.
Are you big on games like this, like the Civs of the world, like building up a colony or something?
Got a number of henchmen in Evil Genius. They begin life as crime
Not so
lords,
much.
opposed to the Evil Genius.
I
But then you're
played.
the boss, you'll be bringing
I
them into
mean,
your
no,
own
that
organization.
wasn't even similar.
So
I was gonna say,
doing battle with their criminal empire.
what are the
As
games?
the geniuses
What are like
show them
the
who's boss
Napoleons
make them
and the Total
Sid Meier's?
Wars?
far more competent than your average minions. If you
No,
do
not Sid
something
Meier's. Like
right, you send a henchman
Total
to go
War,
and do it.
Empire,
We're giving the player a great
Total
pleasure
War,
of control over
Napoleon
these characters, and that includes
on PC, but
being
I was never
able
good
to
at them.
use their special abilities.
Yeah, I like a good strategy game, but
Speaking
the
of
whole
people
like
entering the lair, it's time for the seriously satisfying
sim
bit. These are
or like
traps for
building up
secret
a
agents when they get into your
a
lair,
colony
right?
or base
Yes,
sort
they
of
are.
games.
We showed off a few last year. We showed
Not
off
really
the
my
fan
thing.
trap, the shark
Yeah,
tank, and
same.
the laser wall, but there's 3 new ones being shown here. This year we're showing off the fan trap in game and also the boxing glove in action. If you look carefully, you can also see a large fake safe designed to frustrate thieves and an array of poison darts. Players will be able to
I
change
love the
these
Scottish
however they want
accent
to
going on.
create
Big fan.
unique trap combinations that really destroy any agents who comes hunting through their lair.
Started watching Outlander.
Nice.
A lot of Scottish.
So for
going
fans
on
of the
there.
series, this is actually the return of Maximilian as the evil genius?
Yes, it is. This is
Do
Maximilian.
you think
as supervillains
that this
go,
evil
but
genius
with the gold
character
standard.
is at all
We've
inspired
also
by
brought back
Gru?
Red Ivan, who's a henchman in the first game, giving him a
By
bit
who?
of promotion,
Gru
turned
from
him into
Despicable
a
Me.
Genius of his own right, and there's some
Bald
I'm
guy,
sure
pointy
there's-
we
nose.
have 2 of the geniuses.
I'm sure there's
at a later date.
there's some
Ooh,
inspiration
Intriguing. Speaking of
there.
intriguing,
You know, I never saw that movie.
doomsday devices.
I didn't either.
What can you tell me, Rich?
I mean, what's a villain without a villainous plan?
I'm very familiar with the
Every
meme
villain needs a doomsday
of like the
device.
4
You
panels.
can't
Yeah.
Call yourself a villain if you don't have one. Each
Big
genius
fan of
has
that,
their own
but
doomsday
other than
device.
I feel like it would be a missed opportunity to not try to do a crossover with the minions.
More about those in the days to come.
Oh, yeah.
They each have their own distinct power, and every time you fire it at the world, you'll be making a giant.
Is this Weird Al?
Thank you. So that's everything you need to know about taking over the world.
I don't know if I'm ahead of you, but there's a developer with his back turned, and I was really expecting him to turn around and be Weird Al. Let me know what you think.
Okay. Yep.
Welcome to Evil Genius 2 World Domination.
Yo, they got some characters in terms of these developers.
I just refreshed the stream, so I think I might be caught up now.
The original.
Okay.
I see a black
I'm looking at Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have created a new, stylish soundtrack for Evil Genius 2. Here is a preview.
What I like about these kind of shows is that they're usually made to be like, all right, you can pick like one or two from what we're showing.
Yeah. For now, it's back to you, Jason.
And like come out of it pretty positive.
Yeah.
And I've already seen a couple things that I like, so.
My notebook from yesterday, it's not near me right now, so I can't reference it, but from all the shows, there were like 3 or 4 things I starred that me and Kevin really liked.
Exclusive content.
So,
There's more coming on the run-up.
There's
to
definitely
the release
stuff
of the
to
game.
pull out of,
There's going
for sure.
to be some free content
Yeah,
for the
totally.
online community. We're going to be doing game streams. We're also going to be doing deep dives with the devs. If you want to follow more shenanigans as we build up to the release of the game, follow us on Twitter at Evil Genius. Follow us on Facebook. Evil
Great
Genius
presentation
Game.
with this game.
And finally, we'll be ending with the closed beta, which should be very exciting before the game release. Before you go, I have a couple of missions for you. First of all, don't forget to add Evil Genius 2 to your Steam wishlist. Secondly, for free content,
Kevin was asking me about this yesterday. I feel like the wishlist on Steam is a huge deal.
Normal scheduled
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this is the first time I've ever heard of the Steam wishlist.
Yeah.
But pretty much every indie game has been saying add it to the wishlist.
Yeah. So I wonder if they use that as a metric.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it might be like increasing traffic or something and getting the word out. Definitely cool.
Maybe if
but with Steam, there's like just so much garbage on there.
Yeah.
Like just like it's hard to sift through what's good and bad. So I think that's probably helpful.
I wonder if it's like some metric used for a publisher too, of like, hey, we have the stats on our wish list numbers are super high, so like give us more money for the next game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because PlayStation doesn't have a wish list, or they do, but it's only on the browser page, I think.
Yeah, and I do not use that.
No, me either. Nintendo though, Nintendo eShop has one on the Switch. I use that for sure.
Cool. Yeah, Christian, I got a little game in my cart right now. I know you're a big fan.
We have to nuke the poles.
And Kevin, big fans of Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay.
But
yes.
It's worth the risk.
I have Assassin's Creed Origins in my cart right now.
Okay.
Have you messed around with Origins at all?
I have not.
What could be riskier than that?
Kevin was big on Origins. So if you want somebody who's super passionate about that, that's a him question. The formula, though, in Odyssey, great.
Yeah, I've heard so much good stuff about Odyssey.
Yeah. It's not really a stealth game anymore, but if you like RPGs, if you like Witchers of the world, then you probably really like it. It's probably a really cool Egyptian RPG.
Only if the temperature
Cool.
is high enough, Elia. Mars's wilderness.
I can see myself getting Odyssey like next year for like $20 or less.
Oh yeah, yeah.
As like a I need a podcast game.
Gotta be honest, I totally thought you were going for Hitman. I got excited.
Dude, Hitman's awesome.
I love the new. I gotta play 2. I've been meaning to. Came out at a bad time, but it's cheap right now. I think I'm gonna grab it and play through it this summer. Hitman, the reboot is so good.
I played Absolution back on 360, and that game was great. Big fan.
New ones are 10 out of 10, so good.
I will have to check them out.
I feel like deck builders kind of just snuck up out of nowhere.
Oh my god, yeah, I think we've seen at least 5 from yesterday and today.
Because I don't know how long I heard about Slay the Spire for, but it was definitely pretty recent, like within the last 8 months. But now I feel like there's card deck builder games like this left and right, and I should probably try one.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
That one had a cool concept, though. They're all floppy disks.
Yeah, that is cool.
Set of cards.
Man, we're still using that floppy disk as the save icon, aren't we?
Yeah.
Amidst the ruins, deep beneath the
This is Baldur's
Kids must
Gate.
have
where powerful secrets of an
Orson?
ancient Riverlong lie.
Kids must have no idea what that is.
Oh yeah,
They're just like, oh, that's the save button.
Yes. Dangerous. Yes. But powerful? Oh, most certainly. Fortunes have been forged and ruined with their might. And those who dare to face the bearer of such powers, they all fall. Have you come to claim the true power of the armor?
Captain Sex-Zapper, slaver of the seas.
Servant of the Source King. I seek my fortune, my glory.
I am no witch. The spores do this.
To betray me shall cost you everything. And I will not stop until I find them all. The hidden relics of Riverlong.
Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Not Baldur's Gate. Same studio, though.
Oh, that's cool.
Always love when not gigantic dev blows up their world into another medium.
Yeah, totally.
Wish more of them did it. I know it's probably like very expensive and unnecessary, but I think it's cool.
World
Yeah, it is definitely cool. Picking up some Persona art style.
Yeah. The initial sound effect sounded very familiar.
Wolfstride. There's that wish list.
Ooh, I did not expect that art style.
Yeah.
Wait, so was that building up to this, or was that still Wolfstride that we just saw?
I am unsure.
Okay.
But I saw a Metal Gear looking thing.
Yeah.
And then a Transformer looking thing. And now this is Superman.
Yeah. Yes.
This trailer's awesome.
Yeah, I'm into this. I feel like the highest praise I can give this is that it feels like it would belong on Toonami, and then I saw it too late at night, and I was like, what's this? You know?
Totally, yeah.
And not just any art style like this can get that praise, you know?
Oh, dude, look, it's Echo.
Oh.
Star Renegades. Fascinating.
Resist, reclaim, revive, repeat. Makes me think it's
Live, die,
a
repeat.
yeah. Makes me think it's a roguelike with
Yeah, it looked like it.
that lineup. Oh hey, read only memories.
Very cool.
That's a series, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I've heard. I've definitely heard of that series before.
One of my favorite RPGs ever, Persona 4.
Announce it for
Golden,
Switch,
is
Greg.
actually now on PC for the first time ever. Actually, it's Persona's first time ever on the PC, and it features English and
So,
Japanese audio.
can you
options,
only play this on
facilitating
Vita and
high-definition
PC now?
graphics, and
Yep.
the gameplay
And
looks
PS2.
smoother than ever. In Persona 4 Golden, you play as a high school student who gets
course.
involved in a series of bizarre murders, just like all of us, after he discovers the mysterious Midnight Channel on TV
You play this?
set to the
No.
backdrop of the countryside in Japan.
Played Persona
The entire
5 though,
story
and
is
loved it
just
to
about
death.
bonds of friendship, confronting your inner self.
Yeah,
and,
that's
of
that's
course,
another game I've been thinking of getting.
protect her at all costs. Anyways, the game is out now on Steam. Go get it.
Greg killed the Vita with this.
Yeah, you did.
Hey everybody, I'm Northern Lion, and I'm
Just has to
excited
get
be
that
introducing
Uncharted
to
on
you a crop
something.
of brand
Anything else.
spanking new
I
games.
really
Oh
want to
my
play
God.
Golden
As a
Abyss.
YouTuber, I've long
Please,
held
dude.
the
I was
belief
actually thinking.
that really the
I was
only
having
reason
some
I'm
shower
able to
thoughts
do
the other
my
day
job is because of the
about, do I
hard
get
work
the
of
Vita?
talented folks who present their
Yeah.
games
Because I
at
have
events like
a
this.
library
They
amassed
spend months or even
through PS
years of
Plus.
their lives locked in their office working their wizardry
Which
on
includes
stuff like design,
Golden
code,
Abyss.
art, community, QA.
I've looked at
and
them
so
recently. I've
on.
looked at prices.
And then people like me come in and for
Sitting
30
around
minutes
100,
we play it and
150?
go, it's
Yeah,
good.
150
You know, we
probably
have it
for a
really
good quality
easy.
one.
We have it easy because of the hard work of people that are presenting their stuff today. So
Not in that
of course,
position
I
right now
jumped at the
to drop that,
opportunity
but
to come in and help.
maybe at
Especially-
some point.
especially like a
Secondarily, I
potentially
wanna
$500
encourage you, if
console
you like
coming
what
out in
you
a couple
see
months.
today, tell the people who made
Potentially
it
even
that
more.
you like what you saw.
Makes me
I'm sure
sick.
they'd love to hear it. For now, let's check them out.
Hopefully that thing sits at 500 max.
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, this is.
Ooh.
I'm liking it. Luigi's Mansion.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Mixed with Ghostbusters.
Interesting
Midnight
tone.
Ghost?
Big stream game, probably.
Oh, totally. Did that look co-op?
Yes, for sure.
That's gonna be big, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the likes of Achievement Hunter playing that.
For sure, yeah.
I'll make this quick.
Fighting
Have you
game,
seen a
interesting.
fighter? Yeah, I don't think we've seen one past couple days. Does the audio sound a little off to you? Not like off and like delayed, but just like a little strange.
Yes. Like, it sounds like all these hits are peaking.
Yes, I was just about to say. Like it was recorded a little strangely.
Well, I wonder if maybe the effects aren't worked into the game yet, and they added them after the fact, maybe, or something.
Hmm. That's possible.
A dodgeball game.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, this looks like Gang Beasts a little bit.
Kinda, yeah, I can see it. Definitely that kind of party vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Aeolies? Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Like the sauce.
Remember the what was it called? The Hampshire burger? That had some aioli.
Yeah.
Aioli sauce. I think co-op is huge for indie games.
Yeah, I think it's key.
Yeah,
you really got to
definitely.
fill that void.
Mm-hmm.
Is this speaking to your inner Ghibli fan?
I was just about to say, we got some Kiki's Delivery Service vibes going on right now. Not so hot on the art style, but
I do like the colors, like the watercolory kind of thing.
yeah, that is interesting. Ooh, the cake. Yeah, okay. I like what they're doing right now. Kiki's Delivery Service is my favorite Ghibli movie.
Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? What should I say?
I've heard both. I've always said Ghibli.
Okay. What if I told you I've seen one of them?
Can I guess what it is?
Sure. I have to watch for a class.
Oh, this is really interesting. My instinct is Spirited Away.
No.
Is it Mononoke?
No.
What about, oh god, Nausicaa?
No, it was Grave of the Fireflies.
That was his first one, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
Miyazaki? I believe so. Could be wrong.
Interesting. I had to watch for a history of animation course.
That's awesome.
I know they do, well, I know they do the theater releases usually in the summer, but
yeah,
probably not happening this year.
Yeah, no, I've caught a lot in theater. They've been doing a lot of like retrospective ones each summer, and I try to get out to see some.
Maybe whenever theaters open up again, I'll try and make my way to one.
If they ever open up again.
Yeah.
Dude, I drove by Cinemark yesterday.
Oh.
Our local theater back when we were in school.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was so sad.
I miss it.
That's my favorite theater of all time.
For a chain, for sure.
Yeah, for a chain. Oh man, just because the movies I saw in that theater alone.
Yeah.
Another Head Up game, dude. We've been seeing this. I don't know if it's a publisher or dev, but
I think it's a publisher for sure.
Okay, because I was like, we've seen a ton of their games.
That Life is Strange font.
Yeah, totally. Getting some Everybody's Gone to the Rapture vibes.
Sure, yeah.
Beautiful game.
Definitely. Whoa.
Spooky game.
Lost at Sea.
Great title. Steam.
What is this?
You made it!
Ooh.
It's me, Professor Scholz, and Nina. Isn't your research station cozy? So now, what we really need is a close-up of this squirrel near its stash. We found them in treetops, under rocks, anywhere really. When you see the squirrel on your TV, print it out and fax it to me. Got it? Great, then you're all set. Talk soon. What the? Is that what I think it is? Seems like things have only gotten stranger and stranger in Mammoth Forest over the last few years. Phew, we'll have our work cut out for us.
Wow.
Dude.
What an art style for a game about a shout out.
Crowdfunded YouTube channel that makes documentaries.
An art style
about how
for
video
a game
games
about
are
squirrel
made.
observation.
All of us here at NoClip
Yeah,
really
seriously.
appreciate the enormous effort that goes into creating video games. And one of the things
What's his
we've
name? The
learned
Irish
over the years
Cream?
is
Is that
one
Greg
of the more
name for him?
challenging aspects of game creation for studios is actually getting their finished game in front of players' eyeballs. So I just want to take a moment to thank you all
Ooh, is that a
for
skateboard
watching
behind him?
the Guerrilla Collective show. Shall we
Nice.
keep the show going? All right.
Looks
Here's
like it might be
some more
Giant
new
Bomb
footage from
as a
some amazing
skateboard.
teams.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, it does. That's cool.
World premiere.
Kind of funny. Make a skateboard. I will buy it. And probably never use it.
I feel that.
I got my Spider-Man one hanging up in my room. I will never touch that thing.
Okay.
Twin stick, looks like?
Yeah. All these combinations as well, when we saw that animation, gives me roguelike energy.
Yeah. The character models are really cool.
Definitely. Yeah, I like the art style. It's very diverse, but it all like fits.
Yeah, totally. This looks also like an acid trip.
The cabbage effect.
My cabbages! I like that. That's cool.
Are we using a yo-yo to attack? Dreamscaper.
Oh, here it is again.
Hello everyone, this is Darren, creative director from Runwild Entertainment, and we're here to talk about Almighty Kill Your Gods. In Almighty, you take the role of an alpha, a magical warrior infused with the power of your ancestors.
But what if I'm a beta?
You are reborn to protect your tribe against the tyranny of the Elder Gods. Almighty is an online action RPG with a fluid approach to co-op multiplayer. You can choose to play solo, with friends, or random players that you meet. You are equipped with power gauntlets, which are your magical weapon platforms. You can infuse these with power stones that provide magical abilities.
That's cool.
And
We
on
got
your
like
back,
infinity
an
gauntlets
amulet
as your
that can
weapons.
charge to trigger
Yeah.
epic spells.
Put in new stones for
You
new
can double
powers.
jump and glide like a mystical ninja, or you can sprint on all fours like a beast and charge headfirst into battle. Slam down on enemies with your metal fists. Shoot balls of lightning, globs of healing magic, summon meteor storms, and much more. Your character class is determined by your own unique playstyle
Giant
and
enemy
choices
crabs.
in how you equip your character. The goal is to become almighty.
I
and
always
rebuild your home island.
am intrigued by. Oh, I love that. Just walking around with a giant fist.
That's sick. Yeah.
I'm always like,
Found in chests,
if a game has you fighting a ridiculously large boss, it always has my attention. I always am interested if I see that.
You know, I've never played Shadow of the Colossus.
Real? Well, you have it for free, right?
Sure do.
Play that, please. Get that in there before
Yeah.
you do Last of Us for your platinum. Pretty simple platinum, I think. Not too hard.
Yeah, I was actually reading about it.
This won't go unnoticed by
That's a good point. Maybe I'll do that.
The islands react dynamically. And
Yeah,
the
that's a
more
life-changing.
angry
That's a
the
top
gods of the island,
all-time.
The more trouble
It's
you
good.
will face. When you return to the home island, you can use that loot to repair and upgrade buildings and to further upgrade your character. Upgrading and customizing your home island allows you to do several things. Add defenses to protect
20,000
the
people
island from enemy
watching
attacks.
on Twitch Gaming.
Upgrade
That's cool.
farms and mines to boost your economy. Build an impressive Tower of Might. that directly boosts your
You know, I
character's
feel like
health and magic stats.
what we were talking about
Eventually,
earlier
you'll
with
learn to
maybe
open
just
trading books with
chasing
your friends, and
branding,
visit each other's home
like
islands to help each other to
indie games are the ones that benefit the most, I think, from E3 being canceled.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Kind of Funny really pioneered what they're doing with the Guerrilla Collective with their game showcase.
Yeah, because like Nintendo did Nindies and stuff, but even then they're pretty selective about it. And
Totally.
Nindies, from my experience, before they continued them more recently, were always like, these are games that are relatively soon coming out, and the benefit of this and the Kind of Funny showcase is like, hey, Skatebird, maybe next year, we'll see what happens, but check out the concept, which it's good. It's a good thing to highlight them, because I always like having some indies in mind of like, hey, there was that one thing that when it drops, totally there, check it out. But I would, like, you know what I mean, like building a folder or a list in your mind for indies whenever they hit.
Yeah, totally. And this is great for devs who have little to no marketing budget.
Hey.
Oh yeah, this game's great.
More Haven.
Really like this. So this is Haven. Okay.
Yes. So the theory that me and Kevin had is that you're controlling both characters at the same time.
Like a brothers situation.
Yeah, like one's the left stick, one's the right stick, and then the face buttons and the D-pad are your interactions for both of them.
You know what? It looked like they just switched.
Yeah.
We lost him.
Maybe.
Like the perspective is now on the male gentleman. Okay, another switch.
Don't mind if I do.
Looks like top left we got a thing in the HUD that's going with the beat of the music.
All this rust is starting. Cover me.
Got it.
Big Pokemon energy right here.
You go, girl.
I got
But you
your
see,
Could
like,
also be countless other games, but
yeah.
You're all right.
The simplicity of it, it makes me do think like you control these inputs with up, down, left, right, like A, B, X, Y, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
See you around.
That was easy.
Oh, that's cool. Like cleansing these animals.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Ah, a drone parking platform. I was wondering why we hadn't seen one yet.
It doesn't look in too bad a shape.
Yeah. It must have fallen to the ground when its gyro stabilizer ran out of flow.
Weren't you just looking for one of those? A gyro stabilizer?
I was, but I need a gyro stabilizer designed for flight, not a ground-based gyro stabilizer.
What's the difference?
Sorry.
Well, first of all, the flight gyros cost 3 times as much. And secondly, Plute. I think I've been getting scammed my whole life.
Ooh. At least this one is free. So, are we bringing it home?
Is Blute their version of
We're
Caravans?
bringing it home.
It's interesting you're picking dialogue for both of them.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah. I think we were wondering if that was the case yesterday, but...
Let me know if I can help.
Seems like it is.
Yeah, this is a big highlight from this weekend for me. This looks awesome.
This repair stuff looks like No Man's Sky.
Oh, true, yeah.
Great oaks from little acorns grow.
So I wonder if the main goal is to just get off this one planet, or if we're traveling.
Yeah, it could be different levels, and like you cleanse each one as you go.
Yeah. I'm way into
wow,
this, dude.
There's a lot more going on than
Give me
I
those medical plants of yours.
expected.
Time to fire up the synthesizer. With this thing, we'll be right back on our feet.
Are you sure you know how?
I have a synthesizer in my ship. Of course I know how these work.
No, wait, that's not the way.
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because at this
This is the
stage,
way.
you should...
Ugh! Look, I've always done it this way.
I'm gonna
and
see
it's
if they have a
always
Twitter
worked
account.
out. You're not gonna tell me how to use my own synthesizer.
Alright. Alright, as you wish.
The Game Bakers on Twitter, at the Game Bakers, I think is the studio.
Cool.
They just got a follow from me.
Nice.
Crafting too.
Haha! There. What do you say about that?
Alright. I didn't know you could also do it that way.
And?
Sorry, I doubted you.
And?
I like the blue shadow effects.
I love you.
On whichever character is talking.
Okay. That's not what I was expecting, but it'll do.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, yeah. Very cool.
That game looks great.
Game Pass.
I know, I need an Xbox.
That game nailed it.
Okay, we saw this yesterday. I asked Kevin, and he didn't know what I was talking about, so I'll ask you again. The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Oh god, is that a is that like a Cartoon Network show?
It was.
Or are you talking about a game? Okay, I kind of get what you're...
Just...
This looks like the art style from Don't
Funny
Starve.
story, a lot of people on the internet call me Trash Sailor. They just leave off the sailor part. Anyway, each and every one of us probably has a beloved memory of an adventure game, whether it be riding our motorcycle in full throttle, saving Clem in The Walking Dead, or cursing Tim Schafer.
They had a bumper for
Let's check out a bunch
NAACP and
of
some other
games that hope to make
organizations
you
that
scratch
donate
your
to.
head before
Nice.
a eureka moment.
Love a good
Is this
adventure
the
game.
same? This is a different game, right?
Yes, different game.
Okay, yeah, there it is. This looks like... I'm gonna pull from the recesses of my mind.
Okay.
There's a television program where a young girl and this really big elephant-looking dude
Yep.
go exploring.
Yeah.
And she wears yellow galoshes.
That was the thing with the... It was like yellow with red dots on it, right?
Yes.
Yep,
I
think that was a Nick Jr. joint.
Maggie and the Ferocious Beast.
There you go.
Oh my god.
It's got a look to it.
Yeah, it does.
What I was saying earlier about the hand-drawn stuff that I like, this is that ballpark.
Yeah, totally.
Minute of Violence.
We're getting some great titles. I like these titles. I'm always very
There's been a murder.
I always make fun of like some silly titles.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we've gotten too many silly ones.
Lady Love dies, reporting for duty.
I believe this was also at PC or Future Games yesterday.
The streets of paradise and hunt for evidence. Any one of these psychopaths
Got hit with the buffer.
Yeah, same.
could have done it. Breathing life back into paradise won't be easy. When love dies, all that remains are the facts. Paradise Killer, coming soon.
Oh, is this Cyanide and Happiness?
Mm-hmm.
Did that start as a, just like a meme series, essentially?
Yeah, I think it was a webcomic originally, and then it got the shorts and board game, and now a video game.
Good for that. Reminds me of Homestar Runner.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Humble Origins.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. That last bit did not age very well.
No.
What's up, Justin from the Mix, and once again I want to thank you all for supporting the Guerrilla Collective. Our idea here is to support developers of all shapes and sizes and make it so that you can find your next favorite game. I want to thank our partners too, who submitted so many games, partners like Humble Games, who brought you all of these gems.
Humble Games is in Humble Bundle?
Believe so, and I think IGN owns them now.
Interesting. Do you mess around with that at all?
I don't.
Yeah.
Mainly because Humble is usually PC stuff, and I'm not really a PC gamer.
Same. Do you have a PC at all?
Yeah.
For gaming?
Not really for gaming. I haven't. Well, like it can play some games. Haven't messed with it much, but it's mainly for editing and streaming.
Nice.
I was just another girl from the country. In love, I followed a boy's promises to Paris, and I was abandoned. But I chose to stay, to live for myself, and seek my own passions without him. It was challenging at first. So many parties by so many people. Who to court, who to snub. Soon I had pawns of my own, tailors, bodyguards, and spies. My star was rising, and quickly, but I made a single false step. Yet my story didn't have to end like this. It could have been so much more.
Deal with the French Revolution in this?
Yeah. It sounds like you have control over the story, and like whatever you do leads to a different ending. Dude, this is definitely an anime TV show song.
Yeah.
And I'm all about it.
What a shift.
Totally.
A creeping curse that swallows you whole, fallen.
Yeah, I wonder how they choose the order of these games.
The ring of pain and its demands.
This is another card game?
Yeah. It's crazy because like I feel like if you say card game now, you could be talking about like 6 different types of games.
Yeah, totally. Like this doesn't look like a Gwent or what's the Blizzard game that I'm thinking of?
Hearthstone.
Yeah, Hearthstone.
Because that didn't really look like Slay the Spire either. Because Slay the Spire is like you got characters doing spells and attacks, and the cards on the bottom screen.
Yeah.
Mega Man Battle Network right now.
Are you a big Mega Man guy?
Kinda like. Got hit with buffer.
Yeah.
I played Battle Network, which was a game with combat like this as a kid for the GBA DS. I played Mega Man X on the PS2 a couple times, and a little bit of Mega Man Legends, but I never messed with the core classic series until like 2015, maybe. So
they did a collection, right, on PlayStation?
Several collections, yeah. They got the original ones all there. They got all the X games now. Cool. I would love them to port Legends, because I've only played Legends for like 20 minutes, but that's the one that I think would speak to me the most. It's basically like a Zelda game, but Mega Man.
Ooh, interesting.
And Battle Network was cool, because it was like an RPG with grid-based combat like this. And interesting, like I guess you could kind of compare it to the card combats type things of like you get this ability and then you can like upgrade it to your character. But they're a little more permanent than just like random decks that you get in a card combat game. But available now.
I'm eating. PS4.
Nice.
You can pet the dog in this game.
Let the Twitter know.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a very special treat. Chris Charla from ID at Xbox is here. Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you? Are you enjoying the show so far?
Yeah, the show is awesome, and yeah, I'm having fun.
You're a liar. You haven't even seen it yet, but I appreciate it. Chris,
I will enjoy it. I will enjoy it.
Chris, for those who don't know, what is ID at Xbox?
So
Look
ID
at
at
all
Xbox
those
is a
controllers,
program
dude.
that we have at Microsoft that helps people, independent developers, get their games onto Xbox and other Microsoft platforms. And we provide things
PlayStation's
like,
got to get better about
platform
controllers.
access and free dev kits, but also
Oh my god, dude, the what is it, the Xbox controller lab or whatever it is?
Design
That
lab,
thing,
yeah.
that's
succeed
incredible.
And just be able to focus on the game while we help take.
If a DualSense is going to be like $100 with all the tech in it, let me design one.
You guys have been around for 7 years now.
Yep.
And the amount of indies you've helped. I mean, making a game is
Dude,
tough,
the
trying to enter
all the
the
mock-ups that
fray
people have
of
done with the DualSense, like
marketing,
if
getting all these
PlayStation capitalizes on that, that is going to be an amazing looking controller.
Is ID at
for sure.
Xbox continuing into the Xbox Series X generation?
We are, yeah, absolutely. We already got Xbox Series X dev kits out to developers. We're sending tons more out this summer, and we've actually announced a few titles. Scorn, Medium, Call of the Sea. We all showed as Xbox Series X optimized games. Those are all actually all also going to be launching into Xbox Game Pass day and date, which is super cool. So yeah.
I am frozen.
I'm
We're
buffering.
like
Yeah.
full steam ahead on next gen.
Chris, you brought a bunch of ID at Xbox games.
I'd love to
right
see
now. What's the standout
Shuhei
one to you?
lead a charge
Man,
like
they're all
ID at
pretty
Xbox.
cool. I will call out a couple.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just,
he's in charge
I think Dead Static Drive
of indies
is
now,
really
right?
neat.
So
Mike
that would
Blackney
be.
and the guys at Team
I would
Fan
love that.
Club.
Mhm.
It's from Melbourne, Australia, and I would almost say it's kind of got that Melbourne look. It's really
Like, I'd love if they
stylized,
made a label and
kind of
highlighted something like
it's gorgeous
Kenna
and super
from the
fun to
PS5
play.
event and like
Well,
made
Chris,
that
thank you for
sort
your
of a new
time. Thank you
initiative
all
for
the
them.
service you give the
Kind of how, because I feel like one of the first ID at Xbox games was Cuphead, right?
Yeah, that was in that first sort of generation.
See the event.
And ladies and gentlemen, here's a bunch of ID at Xbox games.
Nice. Love it.
Sick, dude.
Hi, I'm Megan, and this is Skatebird. It's a game about
Okay, different Megan Fox.
why skateboarding birds in particular. I came across a GIF of skateboarding, like actual skateboarding birds, a couple of years ago, and it blew my mind. I like birds just in general, and skateboarding birds was like holy.
This
juice.
is a must play for me whenever
I
this
grew up
drops.
in the 90s
I'm there.
playing skateboarding games.
You can
and
get like
as a
mixtapes and
genre,
stuff
they
too.
just kind of
It
stopped
looks so cool.
existing, and that's lame. I love these, so I'm making one because they're awesome. And
Also,
I'm
the
hoping that I can
idea that you get like a
share
hover
some
kind
of
of
what
with the
kid
bird
me
flaps,
loved
I
about
feel like
them
that's gonna make it so much
when
fun
Skatebird
playing
comes
around
out
with it.
in early 2020.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really hope you'll enjoy it.
I love sim skating games, but like when you mix in different elements, I think that's super interesting.
Yeah, the arcadey
Celebrate
skateboard games
players
are my
battle
favorites
across the
for sure.
HoloLens to become the ultimate battle mage. By equipping magical gauntlets, you engage in epic spellcasting combat.
This is a
using
BR,
spells
I
together
think.
to defeat your foes. Throw giant
I was gonna
boulders,
say this
shock them
looks
with
like
lightning strikes,
a
cast
BR
giant
that's already
firewall, or snipe
come
enemies
out
from
that
afar
has
with ice lance. You can even combine
that's
your
magic
elemental
oriented.
spells like Toxic Cloud and Flame
I don't know
Wall
if
to
it's the
roast your
same
enemies
game.
with Dragonfire.
I feel like it might have been in
You'll
a
also be
state
able
of
to
play
take
last
your
year.
flight to the skies with unique movement abilities that change the often vertical battlefield. Fly, dash, and teleport across the map to take on other breakers. While Spellbreak's easy to learn, it has endless depth, making it the perfect showcase for your skills and playmaking moments. You define how you play through your class, talent, and loot choices. Spellbreak is releasing later this year. See you in the HoloLens.
The Falconeer is an open-world air combat game
where you play as a mounted
I don't know if I'm the
warrior
only
on
one
top
that's
of a
noticed this,
giant
but I've
bird
seen
of
a lot of
prey.
hot
It's
air
a
balloons
fancy twist on dogfighting, air
in
combat, focusing on
the Guerrilla Collective.
really fast and agile.
I haven't picked
For
up on
whatever
that,
reason.
Which you
but
take on
I don't know
a
why,
variety
but
of
I've seen a lot of
fantastical
hot air
enemies,
balloons.
such as warbirds, giant airships, pirate ships,
a falcon
and of
with a
course, the
laser cannon
Ursula
on its
equivalent
back
of
is kind of
dragons.
cool.
The Ursula
Yeah, that is
being
very
the
cool.
fantastical setting for this game, a bleak and vast ocean world full of tall ships.
I like the
and hardy
environments a
sea
lot.
folk. You'll be a part of all these struggles, but you'll also be trying to uncover the dark secrets that the Ursula.
The Forgotten
Xbox
City is an
killing
open
it with
world
the
murder mystery
presentation.
in an ancient Roman
Definitely.
city caught in a time loop. In it, you'll discover the ruins of an ancient underground city, travel 2,000 years into the past, and talk to its inhabitants. You'll learn about a mysterious divine law called the Golden Rule, under which if even one person commits a sin, everyone dies. Somebody in
Whoa.
the city is about to break that law.
Dude, that's
and
an
it's your
awesome
job to
plot.
figure out who and stop them. Fortunately for you, when disaster strikes, you can race back to the time portal from which you emerged and restart the day over again, retaining everything you've learned and collected. Exploiting this time loop allows you to foil assassination plots, avert fatal accidents, and much more. The Forgotten City has multiple endings, so your decisions matter. The fate of the city is very much in your hands.
I love that.
Kind of got Bioshock vibes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trash Sailors is a co-op game about sailing on a slapdash raft. We have local and online multiplayer of up to 4 people, so you can create the most disorganized team in sailing history. After years of ocean pollution, a giant trash tsunami flooded the planet. You are the castaways on a small raft in the middle of nowhere. Now you have to travel across the ocean and find yourself a new home. You are the trash sailors that will need to steer, fight, repair, and get resources, usually at the same time. Garbage is your main resource and the most valuable thing in this world. The game has awesome hand-drawn graphics, a lot of trash places to visit, and tons of enemies.
Lots of
Trash
trash
Sailors is
places
coming out
for you
in
to check out.
2020.
Oh, beautiful, dude.
Yeah, this one
Call
is
of the
appealing.
Sea is a first-person adventure puzzle game set in the 1930s
We got to see more of this
in
the
the
other
far
day.
reaches of the South
Mm.
Pacific. You take the role of Nora, a woman who has crossed an ocean in the search of her husband's missing expedition.
We had the luck of having actress Cissy Jones at the voice of Nora. We adored her acting in Firewatch and her ability to create a strong presence with only her voice.
Did they
It
say
is a
something about
tale of
Firewatch?
self-discovery
So
and
the
exploration not
main
only
character
of the
is
island,
voiced
but
by
of
the
character's
dispatch
inner
lady from
self.
Firewatch, I guess.
We have
Oh.
crafted beautiful scenes
Delilah,
that
was
you
that her
will
name?
have to
That's cool.
explore to put the pieces of the story together. Puzzles will feel like something that will push the narrative forward
This is getting
and
me.
never hinder your progress.
The island will hold
I don't know if
many
this is only on
secrets that you
Xbox
will
or
have
what,
to
but
unveil. Explore ruins of a forgotten civilization.
it was
and occult
revealed at that
mysteries.
Inside Xbox event.
Dead Static Drive. We describe the game as
That's good,
Grand
dude.
Theft Cthulhu.
Grand
It's a
Theft
horror
Cthulhu.
survival adventure game. You're traveling through small town America, making your way home and making money where you can. The places you visit are strange and getting stranger. Make friends.
I'm entranced
get
by this
money,
man's voice.
Find places to
Yeah.
stay and ways to eat. As your friends start to disappear, they're replaced with twisted creatures.
I like this.
And it becomes clear that more than just your survival is at stake.
Don't say
They give you a
roguelike.
car. Now scavenge for things you'll need to survive, things you'll need to build, and things you'll use to hunt monsters. But don't get too comfortable unless you've got friends to look out for you.
What was that one called?
Oh, I
Welcome
didn't
to
pick up
Elk
on
is a
it.
story game with lots of unique designed minigames. You play as a young woman called Frigg who travels to the island of Elk, where everyone you meet has a story to tell. Some stories are lighthearted, others dark and tragic. But all of them come from true stories told by my brother Lauge and my parents from the travels to places like Greenland. In Welcome to Elk, you will also meet the people who told the stories we use in the game. Welcome to Elk is a mystery where the fourth wall will be broken down, and you will, like Frigg in the game, find yourself somewhere between truth and tall tales. You can choose to believe what you want, but we made this game based on real people.
Interesting.
Xbox just killed it. That was great.
Thanks for coming by and reminding us all that people make these games. I know that might sound silly, but we all get so caught up in review scores, backlogs, and moving on to the next big title that I think it's easy to forget the thousands of people who work late nights and long hours so their vision can be achieved and we can be entertained. In fact, let's hear from a few of our friends from Wings as to why they make games.
We're Wings. You may have heard of us from the GDC Relief Fund.
With the help of our amazing sponsors, we have raised over $290,000 and helped about 200 indie developers recoup their travel costs.
That was just a side quest. Our main mission is to invest in awesome games by women and developers from marginalized backgrounds.
Wings is creating opportunities to bring more diversity to the game industry.
Here are some of the awesome games and developers Wings has supported already.
That's a really great initiative.
Absolutely. One of them looked like something that's on my Switch
Don't Forget Me
wish
is
list.
a narrative memories investigation game that will be available on Steam. The gameplay mixes up an adventure game and a search for keywords. In this cyberpunk world, ruled by a one-party government, everyone has an implanted chip that records their memories.
Oh, that's like a Black
Memories
Mirror episode.
that you can explore in a clinic with a machine that says...
Eternal Sunshine. Don't Forget Me.
And Later Daters was interesting to us because we thought that seniors and older people are left out of the dialogue of what it is to be passionate and to be in love and to feel the need for connection. Like, we just don't see it portrayed very often in a way that's sympathetic or in a way that's sexy, charming.
I get to work with really lovely and supportive
This is a really
people,
interesting narrative.
so
Mhm.
I have tons of fun thinking of crazy ideas.
Good title too.
While dating sims and visual novels are still a fairly niche form of gaming, its audience is extremely passionate, and it's been really nice to see as the game has been launched, it embraced by that community, by the queer community, for its heartwarming
Later
and wholesome
Daters.
message.
You play as Lord Winklebottom,
The Gentleman
insolent
Giraffe
giraffe
Detective.
and you're aided by your companion, Dr. Reginald Frumple, the hippo. You're tasked
Reginald.
with solving the murder of your old school friend, Admiral Gilfrey, the Axolotl. I've always been a big fan of murder mysteries, and I wanted to bring a new twist to the classic genre. The game was initially funded with a successful Kickstarter in 2019, and Wings has helped increase my funding, which will help improve the game.
Lord Winklebottom investigates.
That's a good logo.
For example, in Blockland
Yeah.
is a cooperative arcade game in which you have to push blocks to defeat monsters. You can also match 3 blocks of the same color to get a power-up. There are 5 themed worlds with unique monsters, and at the end of each world there is an epic boss fight. We decided to make this game when Nintendo announced the Nintendo Switch. We wanted to make a game that could be fun to play by the whole family, and it had to be cooperative, since the console already has 2 controllers attached.
Shout out to Wings. That's a really, I already said it, but that's a really cool, you know, development that they're helping increase diversity. I like that.
Definitely. I feel like they've gotten good visibility because I heard about a couple of those games already.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Forrest Dowling, and I'm the creative director on Drake Hollow. Today I'm going to be giving you a first look at some campaign gameplay.
let's check it out.
Whoa, was not expecting this.
Okay. Ooh, you got that grind.
All right, so I'm just coming back to base now. I've been off exploring. I found this seed that was left for me long ago, and basically my job now is to bring it back and
this
have
looks
my
like
Billy Whiskers here
State of
transform it
Decay.
into an actual weapon that I can use.
I can see that.
So
like a base that you report
back.
Mm-hmm.
He's sort of this mystic.
It's got a good look to it.
Maybe a charlatan, but it seems like he might be able to get this job done. Alright, so he told me I just need to start the ritual. So first I'm just going to take a quick look around. So this is really the core of what this game is about, is building these bases. You see some drakes running around. I've got pinball machines and swing sets and lobster tanks and water tanks and windmills, all just kind of providing food and water and entertainment for them, and beds and places to sleep. So we do use 2D cutscenes throughout the game to advance the story, you know, for sequences that might be a little too complicated to justify doing with all in-engine.
Interesting mix of art styles here.
Mm-hmm.
So Billy's doing his dance here, transforming the seed into a weapon I can use. But it looks like that's got the attention of the local feral. So raid is incoming. Just gonna get to some high ground here and take a look around. I set up that jump pad.
Now this is reminding me of
just to get
Sunset
so I can get
Overdrive.
a nice vantage point. I'm gonna go to bow and arrow and take a look. All right, so got a couple grunts.
Really interested how combat's gonna work.
Going straight for the Tesla.
Feel like that can make or break.
Actually, the decoys I set up next to it, and the Tesla coil is gonna give me a lot of help taking out those guys.
Tesla coil.
And he is attacking the wall to try and get through, but I'm just gonna get his attention.
Dang, it looks like they hit hard.
I'm really not paying enough attention here. I am kind of getting pretty beat up. I'm just going to try and kite these guys over to this Tesla coil because it's going to help me out a lot. They've got decoys to keep them busy. They've got a Tesla coil to do damage.
Heal up, dude.
So those things you're hearing, those are the proximity.
He's on the tiniest sliver of health right now.
They're kind of these ranged area denial enemies.
Love a good flintlock in a game.
Yeah.
A straggler over here.
Underutilized.
You ever play Fable?
No.
A lot of good flintlocks in there.
Fable was like one of the only Xbox games I was jealous I couldn't play.
Yeah, Fable 2 especially is incredible.
I am not doing great. I'm gonna run back like a coward.
Trying to figure out what like genre this is going for. Is it like a tower defense type thing maybe, or a?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Roguelike elements maybe.
This guy's just lurking. I gotta do some. Oh, and the last wave, it is the Terminator, this guy. And, yeah. He said hello. Alright, I'm just gonna revive here.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hold on. Do the interesting thing. What was Spirit Walk to body?
Go back to high ground and look for this guy. Alright, there he is, just kind of lurking. And I'm gonna say hello right back. I don't have a lot of arrows, so I really can't do this for too long.
I'm not loving the presentation of this guy, though.
Weird energy for sure.
So this summon is one of many attacks this guy's got. I can't hurt him
because like, is this just the whole game? Like, are we building towards something? Are we
gonna drop a decoy? I want to keep them busy.
Trying to build the base. Like, what's up with it?
I've got.
Yeah, I'm confused by this. It sounds like you're like going out into the world and like collecting items and bringing them back to your base.
Because they haven't explicitly said roguelike, but I feel like there's elements that could work in that way. But the fact that they say quests makes me think maybe not. Maybe like roguelite in a way. Because we did respawn. So that's
yeah. I'm going to try and do as much
skewing away from
stuff with this guy as possible because he's got some really heavy.
So I don't know if it's like a persistently upgrading yourself or upgrading the base or what. But,
but I am going to run out of ammo pretty soon here. Yep, there we go. I'm going to switch to my balloon launcher.
Some like ratchet elements with the weapons here.
Sure, yeah, I can see that.
Here's another one of his attacks. He drops these brambles around, and they just become obstacles that can clutter up the battlefield. Alright, I'm sort of looking at what I've got. What's got durability, what's got ammo. Down to a couple shots. Alright, it's melee time. Reflect that shot back.
I like that. Like deflection.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ah, perfect. He just walked himself right into that Tesla coil. This is really going to help take him out. Oh, I'm getting... Oh, there he goes. Alright, the other one took care of it. And here is a chest that spawns at the end of a raid just to give me some good loot and reward me for my troubles. So there you have it. That is the first look at Drake Hollow campaign gameplay. We're coming out on July 17th, and we're coming to Xbox One, Steam, and the Windows 10 store. Thanks so much for watching.
We're almost done for the day, but before we go, what if we took a stroll around the world? While 2020 has been a trash fire, you can't deny that the ease of sharing art and experiences is great. So we thought, what better way to close out day 2 of the Guerrilla Collective than with a slew of announcements from some studios around the world.
You are the president.
Oh no.
Lead the country into ruin or repair? Will you honor your election promises? The country's future
This is too real.
depends on your choices. How will you lead?
I feel like there's a lot of Western games recently going for this type of genre.
Yeah.
Because the other day we had Weird West from Devolver the other day, and then West of Dead from the that was the Ron Perlman one.
Yeah, West of Dead looked cool. That's interesting.
Exclusive.
This looks wild. What's going on here?
Oh my god. Give me this
What's
game. Give me the game where I'm driving an RC car around. I'm getting big like WarioWare or like Katamari vibes, kinda.
Yeah.
just how ridiculous. Is this a sushi?
What is happening? Pull stay. That's interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
The animation of this game is incredible.
Yeah. Curious about the... Oh, okay. Here we go. Whoa, Wind Waker energy right now with the boat.
Yeah, totally.
I think this might have been in a Nintendo show this year. It's a little familiar. Yeah, that boat traversal looks like it was ripped straight out of Wind Waker, and I love that.
Yeah.
World premiere.
Okay.
Wonder how accessible this game is, considering you play as a blind character.
Yeah.
I know there have been games in the past that have been sort of geared towards blind gamers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it fits into the mechanics much.
No.
And
there
with
it
that,
is.
day 2 of the Guerrilla Collective
nice.
is complete. Thank you.
Think there's
to
one more
everyone who
thing,
submitted
or
their games, talked about the industry, and most importantly, watched.
We still have one more day of demos starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific.
That'll be packed with deep dives, devs, and gameplay. But until then, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Nice.
The Guerrilla Collective thanks its gold sponsor, ID at Xbox.
So, day 2.
As well as all of these supporters.
Guerrilla Collective. Rough start.
Absolutely.
Putting it lightly. But glad they pulled through. Glad they were able to smooth things out. Any major highlights for you today?
Sure. I wrote a few games down, and I put some stars next to the ones that really hit for me. Skate Story, I think, might be my number one. As a someone who's recently started getting to skating, I think I really like to connect with games that sort of tackle it in an interesting way, and I think Skate Story definitely does that. Combining sort of the skate controls with sort of interesting environments, I think, is super interesting. And Skatebird is up there as well, doing a little more arcadey, I think, but I think that definitely has its place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overall Xbox, their presentation with ID at Xbox with the Guerrilla Collective, I think knocked it out of the park. I think that's like definitely the most interesting games as a studio or as a publisher was inside that. Also, shout out to Wings. I think a couple of the games there, Later Daters and Don't Forget Me, were definitely some games that caught my attention.
Yeah, I like, they did this yesterday too. I do like the idea of giving a specific publisher or publishing effort like Wings a spotlight within the show. I like that because it kind of picks up the pace, even though you would think it doesn't, because it's like, okay, now a deep dive on this publisher. But then it's like, hey, we have a limited time, so bam, 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 this is what we got. I like the idea of that. I kind of wish like bigger productions would take note of that. So like the next PlayStation event we get, it's like, okay, so here's the Activision chunk, and it's not 15 minutes long, you know? Like, I like that, and it gives you a good sort of a palate cleanser kind of, and like, okay, we can just focus on this type of game right now. So I appreciate that on a presentation level. I'm with you on Skate Story. I think that looked really cool. Always love seeing Skatebird. The ID at Xbox stuff was pretty cool. And yeah, overall, I think I'm glad that this weekend is happening to showcase these indie games. Haven as well. Seeing Haven again. That's probably my biggest takeaway from the weekend, honestly.
Yeah, I think Haven is definitely one of the standouts for all three of us. I think we could say that. Interesting, like melding of No Man's Sky sort of mixed with a turn-based RPG mixed with like just these cool flying elements. I think that is definitely one to look out for. And that's another Xbox One, at least in terms of Game Pass, which I think they nailed putting that on Game Pass, because I think people are gonna love that, considering that when you think about it, it's kind of free.
Yeah. And I feel like story potential there, the relationship between those two characters is going to be really interesting to see unfold, and whatever narrative they could be telling about the planet or nature, the ecosystem, stuff like that, I feel like could be really cool. But yeah, overall, good show. A couple highlights today. I think, I don't know if it was the tech difficulties throwing it off at the start, but I do think yesterday's was a bit stronger out the gate if we're just comparing days. But as an event, combining them, I think it's a really great initiative.
Yeah, I agree. Do you know what day 3 is? Is it more like deep dives into some of the games? Is it more announcements?
I'm pretty sure it's more announcements, because okay. I doubt you numbered them, but do you have a rough idea of how many games we saw today?
No, I honestly don't.
Well, yeah, yesterday I think it was around 30. This feels like it was about the same as yesterday. So
yeah, it's probably 30.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right idea. Maybe we get another deep dive tomorrow on something we saw today, like how today we saw more of Haven when yesterday we just saw the reveal. But yeah, overall, good show. Do you want to slot it in on our Summer Game Mess JoyClicks ranking?
Where did you put day one?
So day one...
What's the current ranking?
So last place, we got the Unreal 5 reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Right above that, we got the PC Gaming Show from yesterday. Then Inside Xbox. Then Pro Skater, that whole reveal with Tony Hawk. Next up, we got the Future Game Show from last night. Guerrilla Collective Day 1 above that. The Destiny 2 Beyond Light event following. And then top, we got the PS5 reveal.
Okay. It's hard to say because Future Game Show I wasn't there for.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's probably hovering around day one.
Yeah, I think the Future Game Show is definitely around where Future Game Show is. Future Game Show had a benefit, I think, of having some AAA stuff sprinkled in and some more PS5 stuff, which in terms of an excitement factor, it's more discovery about what next gen is going to be. We also got to see more of Kenna and hear more of the developers talk about that game specifically, which was another big takeaway for all of us this week. But yeah, if you think it's on the level of day one of Guerrilla Collective, I'm fine putting it above Future.
Sure, let's do that.
Cool. So Guerrilla Collective day 2, hovering right behind with a bit of a gap, day 1. So that was a good show though. Thanks for joining, Jack.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
If there's anything you want to shout out, feel free to do so.
Sure, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at FascinatedJack.
Very nice. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, it's at Chris N. Buckley. Tomorrow morning, we're going to do more reactions. Jack may or may not be there, unsure about scheduling yet. But tomorrow, to kick off before the Guerrilla Collective, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, we're doing reactions to Star Wars Squadrons. That will be for sure myself, Kevin Diaz, and one of my Connors of Jedi Knights. Jack is welcome if you're available, if you feel like waking up, or 11's early or late. Who knows anymore. And then obviously we'll be rolling into Guerrilla Collective Day 3 once that wraps up tomorrow morning. In terms of other stuff on the channel, look out for the stream schedule in terms of video game streams going up on the JoyClicks Twitter at JoyClicks probably later today. And we started a new series, which is available now on YouTube, called Once in a Generation. So the first list is up live. We're recapping the best of the best from this generation of consoles. We did our first list, top 10 new IP/games/series. So your Horizons, your Overcooked, your Titanfalls. We ranked the best of the best that is available now on the playlist and on just the channel. So the end of the month, we'll have the first entry in our top 50 games of the generation. Jack and I are working on that series together with the help of Kevin. So if you like lists, if you get angry at certain games being recognized over others or other games being cut off of accolade lists, maybe check it out.
We got some not deep cuts, but some you probably wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
In the most recent list.
I feel like we got some hot takes. I got some texts from friends about some of the choices we made, but that's the beauty of it. And I'm excited for the road to PS5 and next gen and the rest of this summer for games. But that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you all for coming by if you did.